Yeah.
Make these niggas rap.
I'm walking niggas down with that 4 pound when they go down. That Pakistan chopper knock his forehead to the low ground. Daily when I'm birth, blood spreading through the turf. But it's a lot of niggas dead, what's always fucking up that work? Fucking over niggas' money, playing crazy like you can't be touched. Mobile gas station, drop the window.
What up, though? OG Kenny O_G_Kenny at Retired from the Streets TV. Another good day, man. Another Let's Not Forget Friday, where I gotta explore a topic that a lot of people been really. Let me close this moon roof because I got a lot of activity going on with these landscapers out here. Alright, I got past the landscapers, but I just want to say, man, look, on this Let's Not Forget Friday, right? Let's not forget the core essence of why we're here in the first place, right? And for that, that's different for everybody, right? Now, a lot of people like, man, we here to get money, right? We here to have kids and be fruitful and multiply. It runs the gamut of the things I hear people say the reason why they're here. I believe that the true essence of life, the reason why we're put on earth, is to shed more light in life, right? Because without light there is no life, for one, right? Because everything grows and spawns from light. It created in darkness, but light brings forth its full potential, right? Little technical glitch, right? So think about plants. They're planted in the ground in darkness, right? But the light, the photosynthesis, all those processes that they go through is the reason why they come from under the ground and they lean towards the sun, right? So let's not get too deep on that, right? Because my point is light and life to me. And I mean breathing light and life into the rooms you walk in, into the conversations you interject yourself in, the posts that you put out there to the world, right? The tweets, the comments that you return or respond to other people's posts and whatnot, their social media interaction. If you're not putting light and life into something, you're probably putting the opposite into it. Or you lukewarm, which is just as bad as putting, the opposite of light and life, which is darkness and death. My thing is, when we forget the core essence of that, because I got a million stories that I want y'all to remember, and I honestly had a dope one I wanted to do, but I'm like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to forget why I'm here in the first place. My purpose for putting this channel out there was to put light and life out there, not to sensationalize booty stories and all that and whatnot, which is deep because I noticed the algorithm changes when you interject the word booty into something, right? And it's to catch people's attention, of course. It's to get people's attention and garner their attention so that I can, once I get your attention, give you the moral of the story I'm trying to put out there, because I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. And I've been through a lot of the stuff self-inflicted. A lot of stuff I went through was self-inflicted. I can't complain like life gave me a bad blow, life whooped my butt. No, I ain't one of them dudes. I took a lot of messed up choices and made a lot of messed up decisions as to why I got to where I am at, or the things that I've been through in life. Anything that you can look at that's messed up, like incarceration, shootouts, a lot of that stuff, I put myself that. Should have been at home. First man told me to be home, right? Or go home, whatever. Adjust the camera a little bit. But I ended up wanting to be outside, wanted to be around the action. Or I put myself in situations where, hey dog, we got a link, man. We need some heat though. We need some blickies. All right, look, give me about a few hours or a day or whatever the time frame was. And then how I come, going into my daddy's stash, passing out artillery, letting them know this got to be smooth. And I think that was a good thing in a sense, because the fact that I didn't have my own artillery back then, because it taught me to go in and do things if artillery was necessary. But when you had artillery, it taught me to do it smart, because my father accounted for every single bullet, because he strategically put his bullets into his gun a certain way. Train tracks. But you know what I'm saying? He had like hollow, slug, hollow slug, silver, gold. I ain't had time for that. So I'm telling them, bro, when we do, we got to go in and go out. You got to be clean. Can't be no casualties. Can't be no Wild Bill Hickok stuff. We put one in the air and all that to celebrate our win. All these got to be accounted for when I get back to the cut. And I'm glad that that was the case. I didn't have my own stuff because it taught me restraint whenever I did dirt. So now, whenever I got somebody around me who strapped or whatever, for whatever reason, whether they got it legal or not, I'm like, bro, put that up. This ain't the type of environment we got. We gonna need that for. You never know, for real. You never know, but it's good to have somebody around you that you can demonstrate restraint to, right? I say all that to say that the situations I put myself into, usually, when they ended up bad, I didn't have nobody to blame but me. I had to take accountability for that, right? And so, therefore, what I'm saying is, the things that I've seen has got me to a maturity. Somebody was thick at the bus stop. They got me to a point of maturity where I look at my purpose in the situation now. I look at, why am I here? Why am I even talking to these people? Why am I even in this crowd sometimes? Like my man Ross say, you ever feel alone in a room full of friends? I got some associates, some friends, some dudes that I've been knowing a long time, but we can't converse for long. Unless I feel like, and I don't want to sound arrogant or nothing, I feel like I'm the educator or the teacher or the orator of the evening, usually. And I don't like taking over the room because some dudes feel the way when you come around, like, oh, here he come. On that God body stuff, you feel me? That back to Africa stuff. And I don't even be on that. I just speak with purpose and power, light and life in my conversation. I gotta have light, life, purpose, and power. I speak truth to power and power to truth. That's it. And we already know, like I said a million times, and a lot of people know this, truth don't need no support. Truth don't need no kickstand or no crutch. It don't need no walker. You understand what I'm saying? If something is true, all I gotta do is speak it and let it be. That's the seed that's been planted. Whether you water it, whether you nurture it, whether you go ahead and fertilize the soil before, during, and after, whatever the process you go through to grow your plant, or the thing to bring your thing to fruition, that's on you. My thing and my point is that if I'm not doing those things there, bringing positivity, bringing great vibes, bringing great energy, bringing something to the conversation or adding value to the situation, I don't deserve to prosper from the relationships. That's how I feel. I feel like we need to remember, and let's never forget, that divine purpose for all things is to be fruitful and multiply and add to the ecosystem. You feel me? You got to bring light and life energy in order for life, light and energy to continue, right? It's a continuum. It's a a circle of life, like they say in The Lion King. A circle of life, right? If you're not adding to something, you're taking away from, and it's counterproductive to life. You feel me? The perpetuity of something. So, I may not have gave y'all that in the most eloquent form, but it was on my heart. And I was like, man, Friday, I've been chilling on tequila because my blood pressure was through the roof. Let me explain. My blood pressure was like 170 over 117, so I chilled out. And then I was just like, man, what am I doing? Where am I at? Why am I around these environments these last few days? And it was part of my my stress reaction. I went through a lot of stress the last month or so, just with my mother's health situation and getting her back on track. I actually bought this for her. Her back had been bothering her and whatnot, but then I found a better one that go over her shoulders and do the back, so that's going back to Amazon. You feel me? But it's just a blessing to have her back at the crib. She's back doing her own thing, you know what I mean? So I'm like, well, let me go ahead and chill out on all this tequila. You feel me? And get my life back on track, man. I want y'all to have a blessed Friday. I thank y'all for continuing to rock with the channel and the energy. And man, if y'all haven't done so, take the time out to subscribe. Go ahead and hit me a like if y'all mess with me. Share the content, comment as freely as you want to. Hit the notification bell. You know, but I didn't want to forget my purpose with this, man. My purpose is to take this channel and to turn it into a platform for other people to tell their story. So by all means, you got a story you want to tell that relates to the street and prison, or an anecdote that, you know, you went through something, you went through a stressful situation, and God, the energy, the universe, or whoever you believe in, whatever you believe in, brought you up out of that, then by all means, hit me up, whether on Instagram at @O_G_Kenny on this platform, or go to Facebook, join the Facebook group, Retired from the Streets, and hit me up on there. Either way, I want to converse, and, you know, this is what the platform was built for. It ain't just for me, because eventually I want this to be taken over by somebody else or something, because I got bigger projects I'm pursuing, movies, you know, and that's been in the play before I even started the channel, the movie stuff we was doing. So, you know, so a lot of that already is already in play, and a lot of that's about to come back into play. So I appreciate the energy, I appreciate the love. O_G_Kenny at Retired from the Streets TV. I love y'all. You have a blessed Friday, and I'm out.